So I want to give a quick shout out to another YouTuber. Her name is Sarah Clifton. She was recently on TV, and she was on TV reporting some celebrity type of stuff. So kind of like what I'm trying to do right now. She was actually talking about multiple menage disorders. So a little shout out to her. She's out there in Cougar Town, Washington State. Now, as moving along, Mitt Romney. We believe in free people and oh my god, I gotta read this over again. We believe in free people and free enterprise, not redistribution. The right course is to create growth and wealth, not to redistribute wealth. I guess he's talking about creating jobs and enterprises for people here in the U.S. who would spend money on ourselves here in the U.S., thus creating a cycle of wealth amongst us, not redistributing the same money spent to foreign economies, I suppose. That's the way I understood it. So anyway, it was kind of a short week. Larry King, behind the scenes with Jesse Ventura on Larry King. Watch the new episode. Larry King does a YouTube. His show is on YouTube now. So, and he had Jesse Ventura over, and that's a little twit pick of the show. I didn't get to watch it. I'm like very busy as much as I want to get on like into it and stuff like that. Anyway, Shannon Baker tweets. She tweets that she should be in a remake of Charlie's Angels. So she wants to be Charlie's Angels, and she's actually saying she should. If they do a remake, then she should be a remake Charlie Angels. She should be a Charlie's Angels. I agree. She's just recently a Maxim model, so she's kind of hot. Let me see. E.A. Hanks. Sometimes the only way to get a clean kitchen floor is a bucket, soapy water, and a scrub brush. She's a clean freak. Let me tell you. Fritz Coleman. I don't know if you guys know Fritz, but Fritz knows where it's at. Today's the peak of our temps. Another hot day tomorrow will fall like weather. My full forecast at 5 and 6 and NBC 4. He has a YouTube channel, by the way, if you guys want to check him out. He's also a comedian. Busy Phill wants you to shop at her charity, which she recently had. I don't know what I'm good. Christine Dunst loves cats. Dwayne Johnson says, great success will always come from great effort. And I have to agree, you really have to keep trying your hardest, no matter what stage of your life you are in here in the United States. It is very, very hard for us Americans. I recently may possibly have an intern's position at a radio station, and that's Indy 100, and I hope you guys wish me luck, and I hope I'm not cursing myself here, but I should be doing an internship after training in maybe about a month or so, and I'll be on my own doing my own radio show. If not, you could hear me on Blog Talk Radio. And I want to give a shout out to loyal creatures of the night. You go to Blog Talk Radio, you can hear vampires and werewolves talking to each other. Okay, reported by K5 AM 640. President Obama calls the lack of immigration reform his biggest failure. He agrees that lack of immigration reform on his part is one of his failures in his campaign, and I would have to agree. Since he's been in office, illegals can stay illegals. Criminals are still doing crime, and education is free for them. Also, any kind of rehabilitation for them to benefit, it's like full-on grabs for them. I'm still here out here curbside, and I'm actually doing some Hollywood type of. I'm in the media now, so well technically. Mark at ABC7. I almost misspelled shuttle in a bad way. Thanks, autocorrect. He must have spelled shit or something. If you guys went outside to see the shit. I don't know. Busy Phillips. So it turns out I should have gone outside and looked at the shuttle this afternoon. It was just so hot and sunny, and I was tired. Sorry, guys. She wasn't the only one. I got some wonderful. I didn't get no wonderful shots, but they were retweeting shots. People were getting paid to take awesome shoots of the shuttle going by here in California, going over Hollywood sign, going over the Dodger Stadium, yada yada yada. awesome. It's amazing. I didn't get to see it because I didn't go outside, but it's nothing to be bad about. It's at home, so it's gonna be at a museum, and it is a big deal. But at the same time, it's not that much bad of a deal if you didn't see it. Okay. E.A. Hanks, I will now perform my latest single, kicking my legs in a big scissor motion. She's like doing something, and she's like, she will now perform her high leg kicking motion, scissor kick. I think she's having sex all the time, if you ask me. Samantha Giannacola from Jersey Shore. She's at the game. Guess, awesome shot. Check out this photo. It's, what's his face? I can't remember his name right now. But isn't that an awesome shot? That's an awesome shot. That's what's his face. I can't think of his name. He's like Barack or something. A man mauled in Bronx Zoo, tiger den. This guy jumps into a tiger den. What the fuck was he thinking about? I have no idea. Krayshawn tweets of some Pop. This is what it said. Pop likes pills, candy, and soda. Pimps a lot. My grandpa is the best legit, and he's in the hospital. This fat guy is in the hospital. Apparently, that's Krayshawn's granddad or something, or play granddad. He's huge. Amazing. I believe you. Truck in Massachusetts news. A truck collides with a motorcycle. Dad and boy dies. I don't know if the boy and the dad was on a motorcycle, but or the truck. They're in a truck, but this is father and son dies in Massachusetts in a car accident. It's terrible news. E.A. Hanks, I was one of the 5 people in the theater who thought The Master was a really funny movie. I have no idea what The Master is. In Massachusetts, rescued 7-foot sea turtle released off of Cape Cod. This sea turtle was 7 feet long. This motherfucker's a dinosaur. It's huge. Oh, check out Jim Carrey in Canada. He went back home. He looks like a monkey. He was like, oh, I don't know where. That's Seattle Stratus or something. I don't know what that was called. Man, I've been out there in Canada. I wish I was going to Canada. E.A. Hanks, my father's mustache would like to thank everyone for being so understanding about his existence. They just had some award show, and her dad was doing like a thingamajig. Iran warns of World War III. So Iran once in World War III. I'm not too sure if I'm entertaining you or not, but there's going to be like a World War III, and apparently Prince Harry's up for grab. E.A. Hanks, I'm loving E.A. Hanks right now. People move to New York knowing it will be hard for some reasons. People move to LA thinking it will be easy. So you got New Yorkers crossing, and you got LA is going opposite direction. So as they pass by, one's giving them a loik and the other one's giving a finger because it's so fucked up here in the United States. Talk about wake up. Okay. They just don't know how fucked up it is, and they're just going crisscrossing. Anyway, they're enjoying the sights. I'm trying to find like one more. Oh, here goes. Crystal Lightning. Recently takes a photograph with one actor of SOA, that's Sons of Anarchy, and just recently an actor of Sons of Anarchy committed suicide by jumping off a second story, but not before killing his landlord and getting in a fight with his neighbors. This dude apparently was getting into some trouble, and by some means went kind of berserk and killed his landlord, got into a fight with his neighbors, and then jumped to his death. It's been bad for any kind of celebrity out there, any kind of high-profile person. Anyway, E.A. Hanks, yet this alone out of my life I kept unto myself, lest any know me quiet. I have no idea. She was quoting a book of some kind. Krayshawn's working on some remixes. Let's see here. Slash is somewhere. He's been having fun going to his concerts recently, and he's been like rocking it. You know what I'm saying? Now casting in a new reality show, The Job. Candidates are chosen for a chance to win their dream job. Interested in applying? Go to CBS. The producers of Survivors came up with a new reality show. If you need a job and you have a dream job, and you collectively in your mind produce a profile of yourself on CBS, and they like it, you'll be awarded a chance to win your dream job. So there you go. A suburb, LA Link, a suburb mom pleads guilty to promoting prostitution. I didn't read up on the story, but she's promoting prostitution. I don't know what race she is or anything like that, but obviously she's not in her right mind if she's promoting prostitution with kids living at her home. So, Olivia Moon wants you to register to vote. You could register to vote online now. I've done it myself. The process is the same way as mailing it in. You will have to print out your voter registration on some kind of computer and printer, and then mail it out again. Mail it out. It's not really like an online process. The only online process is filling one out. So you fill one out online, and then you print it out, and you stick it in an envelope, and you mail it back to Sacramento, which is the same thing. Same thing, but you know, it beats trying to find one of those forms somewhere. I don't know. Michelle Bombshell McGee. This morning I was standing in front of a mirror looking at my naked body and thinking I'm going to get thrown out of this IKEA pretty soon. I've done that before, or at least I've thought about it. I miss E.A. Hanks. I miss Capri Suns, and I fear the day when someone's nostalgic memory of childhood drink is a Four Loko. Four Lokos will kill you, and if anybody was to be like, oh man, I remember back in the day I was drinking some Four Loko. I'm not going to reminisce on my childhood. I did not drink Four Lokos, and I kind of miss Capri Suns. They're still casting for The Biggest Loser. I'm trying to find something. Indian identity, choice and change. What do you choose? Indigenous individuals and nations are faced with choices. It's still a difficult choice for a lot of Americans, period. Whether you have a diverse background or not, or whether you're in a wrong census, whether you're out of your community of choice. A lot of people are having a bad time trying to choose what race on the census. It is very important, the census, because the census is not an invasion of privacy. What it does actually benefits whatever you put down. So if you don't agree with what you're forced to put down, then I would suggest not to put that down and to put something else. They should have other on that box as well. Believe me, if you're putting something down that you don't agree with, you're benefiting that particular political party. So make sure you fill those out. It's not an invasion of privacy, and you can be placed in a corrective census. I have tried and I've asked, and I'm just waiting for the right place to go. So, what are we looking at? One more thing. Okay, Jeff Prop Show. Do you know what alienation of affection is? Do you know you can sue for it? Find out more. Jeff Prop Show. They want to know if you know what alienation of affection is. Do you know you can sue for it? Wow. So you're being deprived of love, a relationship or something, you can actually sue for that. I want to do that. Jeff, put me on a show. And with that, I'm going to leave you with an interview I had with a Survivor hopeful like myself. She's been trying for like 12 years to get on Survivor. I've tried for the last, 5-6 years, and it's just as bad. But I got to meet Jeff Props in person. Alright, YouTube, welcome to Off the Top of My Tweets. I'm Paris Samuel, and this particular segment I'm interviewing a Survivor hopeful. I myself are a Survivor hopeful, been trying to get on Survivor for quite some time. And it's been a large community that has been created trying to get on Survivor. So Jeff Props is massively being harassed by tons of hopefuls all around the world, but here in the United States, creating YouTube frenzies, posting on his Twitter and Facebook. And it's quite an amazing feat. I'm here with Gloria Query. She goes by the name of Glow, and she has a YouTube channel. How you doing, Glow?
Hey, Sammy, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for appearing on my show. We couldn't get video of you on the show because of my equipment doesn't work that well, but I'm glad to have the audio of you, and I'm trying to give you a shout out here because I'm a fellow Survivor hopeful. I would use any kind of help to get on Survivor. Survivor is huge.
Well, first of all, don't you ever give up on your dream to get on Survivor. Don't you ever give up.
I will not, and I share the same likeness with you. Never giving up on life in general, but definitely follow your dreams to the fullest.
Well, my dream changed my life, but you asked the question.
Indeed. I have just 4 simple questions. The same questions many people ask other survivors. It's the same thing what producers ask Survivor casting people. Almost the same questions. The first question is why Survivor?
You need to re-ask the question. We broke up.
Okay, it's okay. Sorry, it's like that. Why Survivor for Glow? For Glow, what made Survivor the show for you to try to devote your spare time on trying to get on casting call for Survivor? Why Survivor?
Why Survivor?
Yes.
Wow, I was at work and everybody kept saying, "Hey, Glow, you need to watch this show called Survivor." And I guess it had been on for several weeks, the very first show, and I turned it on. And the first thing I did was I saw Rudy Bosch. I live in Chesapeake, Virginia, close to Virginia Beach, the Hampton Roads area.
Yes.
And they had a girl named Rudy Bosch, and he reminded me so much of a stepfather image in my life of over 30 years. And he became my inspiration. And then my resume of life, cop, bounty hunter, car repo lady, working as an amateur entertainer, for 13 years catching bounties, Rudy grabbed me. And that's how my journey began. And I started trying out for Survivor.
Wow. Well, so you were once like a bounty hunter. Was that dangerous for you?
No, not for me. I was back in a time when women were like a minority. You couldn't hardly get a woman, but you needed a woman.
Yes.
And they would never let me blow my cover, so I'd find them. They would have to get them.
Awesome. Second question. My next question would be, what have you done to get on Survivor besides obviously going on social sites on the World Wide Web? Have you gone to any casting calls?
Have I gone to casting calls?
Yes.
I absolutely have. They've had 2 or 3 in Virginia Beach, Virginia, which is only about 15 minutes from where I live. And when I go there, I've always been the center of attention, and my videos have gotten on the news, back those years ago when I did it, and I always stand out behind the camera.
Anyway, I'm going to my third question is, how long have you been trying for Survivor?
I've tried for over 12 years, right
Wow.
after the first show aired, and I have 25 tryouts under my belt. And I'll have, if I'm alive and Survivor's still airing, I'll have 25 more under my belt because I can't stop. If I do, friends and the fans I've made that believe in me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook,
Yes.
MySpace, I would never, ever, ever hear the end of it if I gave up.
Indeed. That's awesome. 25 attempts. That is an amazing feat, really. So Survivor.
Yeah.
So you watch Survivor on television. The one current Survivor is Survivor Philippines. Who do you think will win Survivor Philippines?
I'm pushing for the Scoobin. Mike Scoobin all the way for the win. I like that guy. I like his character. I just like all the spirit around him. He's a family man. He's a Christian. He loves his wife. He's good to people when he's on the show. He's good to the fans. He's great with the contestants. Good demeanor. Just great guy all around. And that's the kind of guy I wanted to win Survivor this season.
And what was his name again? Mike Scoobin?
Mike Scoobin.
Mike
He's
Scoobin.
my man.
That is awesome. I would like to thank you, Gloria Quickquery from Glow on YouTube. And this has been a little short interview with another Survivor hopeful castaway of here on YouTube, off the top of my tweet. So I'd like to thank you. YouTube, have a good weekend.
And you go after your dream, buckaroo. Go after your dream.
Indeed.